Good morning and welcome to day 10 of the Yin Yoga challenge. So today we're going to be working on a yoga squat. You will need at least 2 blocks and possibly a chair. But we're going to start on our backs and try and warm up our ankles and our calves, because sometimes if you struggle to get into a squat, it's actually not your hips, it's your calves and ankles. So come and lie on your back. Bring your right leg up, hold the back of your leg somewhere and start pointing and flexing your foot. So we're just trying to get the fascia moving in our ankles and our calf muscles, or surrounding the calf muscles. And then let your foot relax and do a few ankle rolls. And swap, go the opposite way. Bring your foot back to neutral, push your heel up and gently pull on your leg. We're going to come into half happy baby, so start bending your right leg. You can either grab the back of your knee, your ankle or your foot, whatever you've got, pull it down. So you need to bring your right knee over to the right slightly, so you're almost trying to get your knee into your oxter. Your other leg you can hug in, you can have your foot flat or you can stretch your leg along the mat. Feel free to have a wee wiggle about. And let that foot go, hug both knees into your chest. Have a wee roll about. And then bring your left leg up, grab the back of your leg somewhere and start pointing and flexing your foot. Let your foot come back to neutral. Do some ankle rolls. In the other direction. Bring your foot back to neutral, push your heel up and gently pull on your leg. I'm going to come into half happy baby on this side. So start to bend your knee, bring your knee over to the left and grab either the back of your knee, your ankle or your foot. Again, the other leg you can hug in. You can have your right foot flat on the mat or you can stretch it out along your mat. Feel free again to move about. and release that foot, bring both knees in, have another wee roll about, and then come up to sitting any way you wish, and we're going to come into butterfly pose. So feet together, you can choose whatever variation you like of this one, but I'm going to walk my hands forward, so I'm going to lengthen my spine, big deep breath in, and as I breathe out, walk forward. But you can, if you wish, grab your feet, do an alternative one. You can walk from side to side if you get any wee niggly bits. Slowly back out the pose, and then grab some blocks. So I would recommend sitting on a block for the next wee bit, even if you don't need to sit in a block, because we're going to do some movement. So I'm going to sit in 2 blocks at the lowest level, but you can sit in 2 blocks this way, or even 3. So come into your squat, see how it feels. If this is still not working for you, you can do this in a chair. So you would get a chair, 2 blocks, and put your feet on the blocks or the books. Your knees need to be slightly higher than your hips, so I would actually need to put my feet on a higher version, and you can do it from here. So we're going to do it before we hold the pose. We're going to do a few wee exercises, and don't worry if your feet aren't flat on the mat, they absolutely don't need to be. So bring your elbows into your inner knees and push your knees into your elbows, and then push your knees out and in. So just keep doing that, in and out. One more of each, and then relax for a wee minute. You might want to have a wee stretch. And then bring your arms out at shoulder height roughly, and we're going to internally rotate our hips. So see if you can bring one knee down towards the floor. It doesn't need to come onto the floor, and back up, and then swap. So you might just be doing these subtle movements. So don't force anything. Just concentrate on the movement in your hips. Last one. Come back up and relax again for a wee breath or two. Sit up nice and tall, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot and stretch your left hand up as if you're trying to reach for something. If you can, look up to your top hand. And then bring that back down, swap sides. You might find one side much harder or easier than the other. Again, you're trying to reach up as if something's just out of reach. And then bring it back down. And then come into, you can stay seated on your blocks, or you can bring your hips up. Push your elbows into your knees as you push your knees into your elbows. Lengthen your spine up. You can have a wee shuggle or a wee bounce if you've got any wee points of tension. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just gently find somewhere to gaze. And then relax for a wee minute. You might want to move your legs about. And we're going to do one more variation of our yoga squat. I would recommend back on your block if you came off it. Go back into position and bring your hands in front of you. Lengthen your spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold forward. Now see if you can, depending on where your shoulders are compared to your knees, you might be able to slightly push your shoulders into your knees. Again, you can have a wee wiggle about. Slowly back out the pose, or you might need to stretch one leg out and then other. Give your legs a wee waggle, and then come and sit in any comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall, hands down your side, breathe in, big stretch up. As you breathe out, hands to heart centre, take a bow. thank you for joining me for the last Yin Yoga challenge. I hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely day.
Bye.